We're on.
Ladies and gentlemen of the United States of America and the mock election community, I would like to introduce to you a close friend of mine, a lifelong civil servant, and your next president of the United States of America, President-elect Adam Evans.
Woo.
Thank you, America.
Yeah.
Tonight and last night, Americans made a choice, and that choice was very clear. The choice was for change. But change isn't just saying, let's make change. Change can be better, change can be for the worse. But I began this campaign believing that change starts with a challenge to those of us with a sacred trust of office, that we recognize that what our challenge is to bring this country back together, to make Americans once again more proud to be Americans, rather than Democrats or Republicans, to be more concerned about going up instead of just going left or right. That is what change means. Let me tell you how we got here. We got here because ordinary Americans who were a little fed up with the two-party system and how our country is running. We're going to change that. We're going to rebuild America. And we're going to take our country back, that I can tell you. But it's not just the voters, it's the candidates. Because a certain president and many, many people encouraged me to embark on this journey. And I thank them for that, because it's the best one I've made yet. And because of that, we made history. And so tonight, our union moves forward. And it moves forward because of you, the voters. And it moves forward because the voters reaffirm the spirit that has triumphed over war and depression and has lifted us to the great heights of hope. Tonight, in this election, the voters voted to rebuild America. And now the best is yet to come. I want to thank every single member and voter who participated in this election, whether it was your first election or your 10th election. Whether you voted for Jacob Martinez, myself, or Roden John Kasich, you decided our future. And the legacy of democracy is the legacy we honor tonight. And to Mr. Martinez and Mr. Tani, I congratulate them on a hard-fought campaign. It's easy to participate in an election, but it's hard to be the person on the ballot. Political campaigns can sometimes seem silly, dumb, and usually involve smearing. And they can be a contest of egos. But when you get to meet the voters, and when you get to have the joy of being the campaigner, you find something different about campaigning. So while politics can be messy and divisive, they can be about making change, meeting with voters, and argue about the issues. That's what politics can be. But most certainly, politics do not end with elections. Coalitions do not form to change nothing. Now we take our route to 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, and we take the message we built along with this campaign straight to Washington. And tonight, regardless of your political affiliation or who you support, it's time to reunite behind one great American nation, the best nation in the history of the world. And tonight we got the choice to make the nation a little bit better. So I thank you for that amazing privilege and opportunity. God bless America, and good night.
Whoa.
Okay.